So a good question has come up in the chat room here, and the question is, what's the difference between a rising channel and a chase? And this NUGS is in a rising channel, there's no doubt about it, and a good trade. And here's the first breakout right in here. This was the entry right here on this wedge. It's come from 7 to 9, pops, wedges again. There's the second breakout there at 13, and it does continue to rise in here at 19 and 20. Now it does have resistance up at a quarter. So normally I would say that if you have a couple of, usually 1 or 2 pullback entry opportunities, 1 and 2, that's sort of the extent of it. Now trading, now it's broken out again, 3. It does have resistance at 25. So the first question was alerted right around here, 17 cents. You have an 8. Well, you have the top of the channel at 21, so that's only a 4 or 5 cent move, and 25 is resistance. This is where it started, but if you go further back, we can see that this has come from 3 cents, and it had big volume down at this area as well. So there's a lot of supply in here, and if this is just a promotion, look how much this has already moved and gapping up. This is starting to run away. So that's why I think it's a chase, because this is the breakout here, and this is 3 days up now and coming up to resistance. I wouldn't be looking to try to scalp this from 17 cents to a quarter. With it's up 600% already, number one, and you get and it's accelerating 3 days up. Sure, I mean, it's a good call. I mean, this is a nice rising channel for sure, but the buy was here and here. The higher you go on this to try to enter it, the more risk you're taking. The more likely it's going to be coming back, because people are going to start to sell. I mean, even today, it's up from here 7 cents to, it's doubled. It's up 100% from 28th. 2 days, and today it's up 40% already. So that's why I would say it's a chase and not, it isn't a strong rising channel, there's no doubt. And perhaps just to maybe offset that, we looked at this stock here, PENN, this morning. It popped. It popped and then got into this rising channel like this. But this is, we were looking at it here at the 30.55, which is the first wedge, and here over 31, which is the second wedge. So it's in this strong rising channel. It pops out of the wedge. We took the trade. It's spiked off the bottom, and now when you get a big spike like this and then it starts to trend up like that, that's usually a sign that it's going to go higher. You're looking for it to trade higher, pop, and then starts this trend up, which it did. So we're not really chasing this so much because it's very difficult to get, unless you were watching this, to take this trade right here. A lot of people were, but we weren't. So once it starts, but we're at the bottom of the trade. Our risk here at is 30 from an 30.25 entry, not up here at the top. At the higher up this channel here at 31.50, where our risk is much greater. And as we see that it got up to the top of the channel, traded up to 32 from our entry of 31.25. It had a big move. We weren't chasing it up here. We were selling up here. So So the point being, I think, the further this gets up, I mean, you start getting FOMO. And the best thing to do is just to say, you know what, forget it. It's moved too much already. I have to wait for a pullback entry or wait for a new breakout level. I mean, this, it's up 2 cents. Okay. And it's doubled from 2 days ago. That's more the trade in here when it broke this wedge and this wedge. It has broken this wedge, but this is the third one and it's up farther. So I think that's the difference between this here is an uptrending channel, a good entry point, even here. But the further you get into it, that's when I'm going to start saying, that's, to me, looks like it's a chase. Does that make sense, Christopher? Let me know.